and welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with a how-to on a reference, I guess it's your reference tool, reference material, on how to use the Tri-Rex tools. Now, I've been so many requests, either by email or Facebook groups or private messages, on how to use this Tri-Rex ruler. So today we're going to show you a couple of different things on how you can use this ruler to make some really fun, cool blocks. Now, before we get into this, showing you how to use this, let's talk to you about Mari from Mari Sews. Mari Sews, when we're filming this, she's kicking off the Project Dress a Girl 2023. Now, this is a wonderful charity to get involved with that helps give little girls dresses that are, the little girls that are impoverished, get them some dresses so that they can be little women. It's lovely. So when you go check her out and you like what you see over there, tell her that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. Now, another thing you're going to find in the show notes, not only Mari's YouTube channel, you're going to find our Facebook group. We're having so much fun. It's growing quickly. We're making use of those virtual sew rooms. And you're going to find the Zoom sew link for the sew dates from now until December. And then we'll start putting out, for next year or whatever. Okay, so those are lots of fun to attend. If you're not part of the Facebook group, please go check those out on Zoom. The other thing is share, like, and subscribe. I speak for free. And let's get to this cutting table. I've got a really cool little demonstration to show you. Okay. This is the Tri-Rex tool by Darlene Zimmerman and Joy Hoffman. Now, you can find these at a local quilt shop, or you can order them online. I just love these tools, right? So we're going to show you a couple different things that we can do with these. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the Rex part of this. And what we do is I want nice neutral lines. Okay, I'll get that out of the way. I want a nice neutral line. So what I do is I cheat. This is just to square up that edge and get a perfect little edge. I take it just like that and get a straight edge, right? Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my time to line up this side, line up this line, because it's a 3.5 inch strip, and then line up this. So here we go, there's one cut, and there's a little cut right there that you cut off. So now I have two that will form a pair, right? And all I've done is there's a little tip off the end of this ruler. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's there, that you clip off, and that creates your lineup marks. Now let's do another one, because I'm going to do 4 of these. Okay. And I just slide that out of the way, and I make sure I get my nice little mark. So I have another set. So that's 1, 2, okay, 3, 3, 4. So now, right now, I have 4 wings, 4 sets of wings that are both right and left. Okay, just pull that away, mark my little tip line. So now I have 4. So now I want to do 4 Rex, the triangle part of the Rex triangle. So let's take the teddy bear fabric. Okay, now I want to make sure this is all cut to 3.5. So I want to slide this over, just like so. And it's doubled. So there's 2. Okay. And there's 4. Okay. Now, when you line this up against a 60-degree ruler, this triangle, it is not a 60-degree triangle. And it does have a flat bit on the end. See right there? So that gives you help. So now I've got 4 of these, and I want to play around and do something a little bit fun. So let's do a trick. This is such a cool trick. I take this piece, I lay it out, and then I take the other teddy bear fabric, and I lay that out, and I'm going to make half square rectangles out of this. I'm just going to move that out of the way. I'm going to use a side measurement here just to get a straight edge to clean up this side. Okay, and now I'm going to cut 2 at a time, and I'm going to cut 4 of these. Now, I don't have to use that part, but 2, 4. No, I need 8. Sorry, 8. Need 8. 2, 4, 6. Oops. Let me make sure my head's not in the way, so at least when my head is in the way, you guys know I'm not a real redhead, right? 6. 6 and 8. This is the last cut. Move that out of the way. And now, with the teddy bear fabric inside, I'm going to cut one that is 3.5 inches square for my centerpiece. And now, go over to the sewing table and I'll show you what we're going to do with these. Okay, so we're doing a Tri-Rex tool, and we've got 2 different rulers here, but they are always sold in a set like this, and there's lots you can do with them. You can even, like when you saw the Dresden tutorial, we did a 2-inch, 2-inch to 6-inch, 6.5 inch, or whatever it was. I can't remember. We did Dresdens out of these. And this is, you know, this is a cute ruler. There's lots of things you can do with this. I use this one as a 2-to-1 ratio. Now, if you put this up against a 60-degree ruler, your lines are not going to match up, because this is not a 60-degree ruler, right? So that's something for you to be aware of. Now, we're going to do the hardest parts first, because we always do the hardest parts first. Now, these line up not quite right. Because if I just went down and sewed them like that, that's what the block would look like. I can't make anything out of that block. So I have to sew them like this, right, to get a half square rectangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up this edge and this edge, right? That's why you make those that little tip. Let's see, I'll show you. This tip right here, that's why you cut that little tip off. And you'll see it when you actually see the ruler. There's a little edge here that you gotta shave off. And all that does is make it easier for you to line it up. So we're gonna do the hardest bit first, which is not hard. Just remember what you gotta, where you're lining up, what you're lining up, right? So I line up both ends and I run it through. Now, I take the same, and I do my blue on the bottom, put the blue on the bottom, I go like this, and I go like this, right? There we go. Now, line everything up, and line it up. There we go. Oh, I should probably go the other way. There we go. There. Okay. And that, you know, this helps save you time too, right? But you do have like right slants and left slants. You don't have this going, you know, you have ones that go left and you have ones that go right. So that might create, for me, it never created a problem, but you know, for some people, they might have to rethink how they're gonna do this. Okay, everything lines up beautifully. Okay, last bit. Okay, and I just lay them out in pairs, and I lay them out just like so. Oops, just like so. and there. And wow, I could have ironed that one better before I cut into it, eh? Oh, okay. Well, does it line up? Yes, it does. Okay. There we go. There. So that's how you would do the half square rectangles for this. Now, what we're going to do is at the same time now we're going to run through all of these units here. So we're going to pick one up at a time, and we're going to start with one edge first. And I always line up the bottom, and then this usually fits perfectly in the top, that flat top. Okay. And you take your time to line up this edge here and that little edge there, and you have a perfect little, you get a perfect little spiky, or trirex. I call them like little spikes, but mountain peak, I guess, is another word for it. I really like this. Now I sew all of these the same in a block. Now, if I was going to do a quilt with a bunch of these, I would do them all the same way, right? So that means that I would make sure that I had all of this lined up, just like so. Just like so. There we go, just like that. Okay? So you got like that 1/4 inch, and then you go straight up. Okay, now let's get our trirex, the little rectangles, the rex part of the triangle, clipped off and sewn together. Now, these are going to work best if you flip them over and do all of the blue to the top. So basically you're finger pressing to the dark, right? Now, this is going to measure, when this is a 3.5 inch piece, this is going to measure 2 inches, right? So now I'm going to play with these. I have not decided whether or not, okay, I gotta get 2, wait a minute, let's put all the blue one way. Let's put all the blue in one direction and all the white in the other. We'll get them all lined up. Then we know which side we have. Now, you do have this. Now this creates a problem per se. Now you can do this, or you can do this, right? Where you are like lining them up like this, right? So let's play with this, see what we get. Because this is the outside corner, right? So we want a little bit of spiky thing going on in the outside corner. And we're just lining up our squares. And okay, so this, you want to go like that. There we go. And like that. And that's all you had to do with this ruler, is make rectangles. And you're lining up, basically you're lining up this edge and this edge on this now, because it's all of it's been done, right? Okay, now let's get to the other side of the triangle unit. So now, normally these are pressed out for a reason. Okay, so you get that look, you get that thing, it looks kind of like that, right? Now I'm just gonna, you could press it the other way, but there's an easy way to match all this stuff up. So now we're going to sew with, we're going to line up the top little triangle, this top little right here. This top little triangle gets lined up, and the base gets lined up. So now you end up with a perfect little little block. Okay, let's line this up. There we go. Nice. Okay, line it up again. Line your triangle up first because I just find that easier. Because that goes under the foot first. Right. Next. Oops. Okay. Alright. Oops. Okay. Now let's. It's funny how well these all play together once you sew. If you sew them right and take your time to line them up with those little notches. See the. Okay. This gets put perfectly in place, and then you maneuver this so this notch area gets put in place too, right? So you have two reference point when you're sewing on the second part of the wing. Okay, now let's take the side pieces. Okay, now we're going to press to the dark on these, and we're going to lay them out. I hope you can see that. I'm just pressing it to the dark. Ooh, I'm pressing it to the dark like that. There. I'm pressing to the dark. There. I'm just going to go like that. So now this is the outside edge. Okay. And now we're going to, get rid of that all off the machine. It'd be easier to work with. There we go. Clip and clip. Okay. So now we're going to press all to the out. Okay. There we go. So that's what we got so far, right? Okay, looks simple enough. Now we're just going to web it together. And we're going to line up our top and our side to get a 9.5 inch block. There. These look so nice when they're done. Okay, line that up. There. What I did with the leftover teddy bear fabric in the blue, because it was potato chip size for me that I keep as a pantry item in my sewing room, I just finished it and I cut all the rest of it. I just figured, okay, that's it. We're not going to work with the teddy bear fabric anymore. So now we're all in the right spot. We're just going to web down the other way because it all worked. There we go. Okay. All right, and last one together to the web, to web it. There we go. And okay, here we go. So now, that's what we got. Everything's going the right direction. We've got there we go. now with my needle down, I'm going to cut this so I can see exactly where I have to line myself up. And all that middle square gets folded under or into itself. This square here gets folded this way. Okay. So everything nicely nests and looks good. Here we go, and line up the last bits. Okay. And I'll just move this out of the way. There. Now, it's looking right. Needle down, and now I clip, so then I can see where my nesting has to be. There. Now, last one. Now this seam flipped on me, so I'm just going to clip it like that so it goes the right way and make sure my nest is good. Yes, it is. There. Now, last but not least, the last little bit of lining up. There we go. And now, I'm going to show you the back. And what happened is that these are going in. So this will like once you start spinning your seams open, they tessellate. They go backwards and forwards from each other. And you get this lying nice and flat with these going out. And this all going in. There we go. And just give it a quick little finger press and we're good. There we go. And we're done. Let's get to our ta-da moment. Okay, here's our big ta-da moment. We've got some half square rectangles and that we made with the skinny part of the Tri-Rex tool. And we do have some mountain subunits that we made with the triangle part of the tool. This came together very quick. You saw how fast I cut this, right? And I mean, this would look really a lot of fun in real scrappy, but I mean, we just had teddy bear fabric laying around here, so we thought, well, it'll take a hit for the team. It'll take one for the team. It'll be fine. So I hope you do try this. We're going to start a new series called Blue Mondays because I'm still overrun with blue scraps, and we're going to make 20 different blocks, and they're going to be skill builders. So every block will have a level up, you know, it'll help you level up your skills if you want to do that. And it'll be something, you know, some of them will be very traditional, some of them will be more modern, and we'll move along that way. So I hope you do join us on that Blue Monday so long. And if not, they're all 12-inch blocks that, you know, if you just want to use the ones that you really, really like, you can do that too. So until we meet again, I hope everything goes so well for you in your sewing room and that you just have a blast playing with scraps and are having fun with your little quilting journey that you're on, because I'm sure glad that you guys are coming on along with our quilting journey here and on YouTube as well. So until we meet again, you guys take care. Bye! My husband and I would love to thank you for all of the amazing people that we have met along this crazy YouTube adventure that we've been having. We do free speaking engagements too, so if you're part of a guild and they're looking for, you know, people to talk and, you know, and chat with, you know, in their monthly meetings, tell them that I'm doing free ones just to help the guilds out, because it's been a tough time for the guilds as well. You know, share, like, and subscribe with your friends. You know, make sure that they're, you know, they get the word out on us. That's the best way you can do to help us out. So until we meet again, I want to thank you. Okay, goodbye.